Hey everyone, Adam here from Wayne State's Financial Literacy Program, and in this video we're going to talk about effective ways to pay down your credit card debt. Alright, so first, what we have to acknowledge if we do have credit card debt is that we have to stop any spending that kind of got us into this particular situation, particularly if we feel that our debt is a little bit overwhelming. So step one is to stop all unneeded spending on our credit cards. All right, so step two is to know your numbers. It's a pretty common theme that we have in pretty much all of our videos, but more specifically for credit cards is we want to know is what, one, our interest rates are on each of our credit cards, and two, what our balances on those credit cards as well. And the outstanding balance that we have on each credit card is going to kind of help determine what our minimum payment is from month to month. So know what our interest rates are, know what our minimum payments are required as well. So when we start the actual repayment process, what we want to do is we want to be as aggressive as possible on one of the bills at a time. Let's say that we have two particular credit card balances that we're working with here. We want to be as aggressive as possible with one. So what does that mean? Is that we have to at least be making the minimum payments on all of our credit card bills. Okay, but let's say that we have some extra cash left over to be more aggressive and really pay down this debt as quickly as possible. What we want to do is we want to pick one credit card. So which credit card do we actually pick? Well, this kind of goes back to knowing your numbers there. There are a couple strategies that people like to employ when paying down multiple credit cards. The mathematical way to kind of think about it, or the way in which we'll get the most amount of savings, mathematically speaking, is we tend to want to pick the credit card with the highest interest rate, because that is kind of the drag on our money, or the cost of our money for keeping our balance on that particular card. So what a lot of people like to do is say, okay, I've got two credit cards, I'm going to pay the minimum balance on each card, but then I'm going to be more aggressive and really start paying down more any extra cash I have on the credit card with the highest interest rate. And then once that one is paid off, then I will take the money that I'm no longer using to pay down that credit card, and I'm going to go and move on to the next card, or the next card with the highest interest rate. We kind of keep going down the line there. But there's another school of thought when it comes to paying down credit cards, and that is what's called the snowball method. The snowball method is a little bit different. Essentially what we look at with the snowball method is we look at the credit card with the actual lowest balance, regardless of what the interest rate is on there. Now, why do people tend to like this way of paying down credit card debt? Well, it can be kind of motivating. You're more likely to pay off that card a lot quicker than maybe another card with a higher balance but a higher interest rate. So in order to keep that kind of motivation going, people like to use that method as well. And I've actually found it to be more effective, because with the other method of just looking at the interest rate, they might get a little bit demotivated just on how long it actually takes to pay down the debt. So really it's about choosing what you think is going to be most effective for you. But mathematically speaking, the most effective way is to choose the card with the highest interest rate and pay that down first. An example of how this might actually work out is, let's say that you have two credit cards, and each credit card has a minimum payment required of $30 a piece. So that's $60 total for your two credit cards. But let's say you watched one of our other videos about how to save money, and you found that you were cutting back on some spending, so that gives you about $100 total to apply to your credit card debt on a monthly basis. So what we would do is we'd say we have to make the minimum payments on each card, so that's $60, but we have an extra $40 to apply to our total credit card debt. So you would pick whichever card that you're comfortable with, either the one with the highest interest rate or the one with the lowest balance, and you would take that extra $40 that you have and you'd be applying it to that card every single month. And once that card is actually paid off, you take the entire $100 that you were applying to all of your credit card balances and you continue to apply that to whatever card or cards are remaining. The good news is you can apply these types of strategies to pretty much any type of debt that you have. But if you want more personalized help, or just maybe you want someone to help you crunch the numbers a little bit, feel free to make a one-on-one coaching appointment with someone on our team. In the meantime, click the subscribe button below. That way you get fresh new videos once a week to your inbox. Thanks for watching.